Can you guess the country by its national dish? Let's find out how many you can get. But before that, please like and subscribe to the channel and don't forget to comment your score below. Let's go! Japan. Sushi originally began as a method of preserving fish by fermenting it in rice, with the rice discarded before eating. Spain. Paella originated in the Valencia region and was traditionally cooked over an open fire using rice, rabbit, and snails rather than seafood. Thailand. Pad Thai was heavily promoted by the Thai government in the 1930s and 40s as part of a campaign to build national identity and reduce rice consumption. France. The croissant actually originated in Austria, with the shape linked to a pastry called the Kipferl before French bakers popularized it. Canada. Poutine originated in rural Quebec in the late 1950s and was initially considered a strange, low-class dish before becoming a national symbol. Brazil. Feijoada is believed to have evolved from Portuguese stew traditions, adapted using ingredients readily available in colonial Brazil. Hungary. Goulash began as a simple meal cooked by Hungarian cattle herdsmen over open fires, long before it became a refined restaurant dish. Morocco. The dish is named after the cone-shaped clay pot it's cooked in, designed to circulate steam and keep meat tender without much liquid. Ukraine. Borsh's origin has become a point of cultural and political debate, with Ukraine successfully petitioning UNESCO to recognize it as part of Ukrainian heritage in 2022. Peru. Ceviche is believed to date back over 2,000 years to coastal cultures that marinated fish using fermented fruit juices before citrus arrived with colonization. Germany. Currywurst was invented in Berlin in 1949 after a woman obtained curry powder and Worcestershire sauce from British soldiers and mixed them with ketchup. South Korea. Kimchi has been made for over 1,000 years, though the now iconic red chili pepper version only emerged after chilies were introduced from the Americas in the 16th century. England. Fish and chips became so vital to British morale that the dish was one of the few foods never rationed during World War II. Vietnam. Pho is believed to have emerged in northern Vietnam in the early 20th century, influenced by both French and Chinese culinary techniques. Turkey. Baklava's exact origins are disputed among several cultures, but its layered pastry technique is often traced back to the Ottoman imperial kitchens. Greece. Modern moussaka's bechamel top version was largely standardized by a Greek chef in the 1920s who was influenced by French cuisine. Nigeria. Jollof rice has sparked a long-running, good-natured rivalry between West African nations, each claiming to make the best version. India. Despite its strong association with Indian cuisine, some food historians argue the dish was actually invented in Britain by South Asian immigrant chefs. Germany. Bratwurst recipes date back to at least the 1300s, with regional variations differing widely across German states. Argentina. Empanadas trace their roots to Galicia in Spain, though the dish evolved significantly after arriving in Latin America. Germany. Legend claims Sauerbraten was invented to tenderize tougher cuts of meat brought back by Roman soldiers, though this origin story is unverified. Ireland. Shepherd's pie is traditionally made with lamb, while the beef version is technically called cottage pie, though the names are often used interchangeably today. China. Dim sum originated as a tradition tied to tea houses along the ancient Silk Road, meant to accompany tea rather than serve as a full meal. South Korea. Bibimbap is believed to have originally been a practical way to use up leftover rice and side dishes before a New Year's meal. Egypt. Falafel's origins are widely debated across the Middle East, though many food historians trace its earliest form back to Egyptian Coptic Christians as a meat substitute during fasting periods. Scotland. Haggis is traditionally served with a reading of Robert Burns' poem addressed to a haggis during Burns Night celebrations each January. South Korea. Bulgogi's name translates to fire meat, referring to the traditional method of grilling thin marinated slices over an open flame. Ethiopia. Injera is made from teff, a tiny grain nearly unique to the Ethiopian highlands, and its sour flavor comes from a multi-day fermentation process. Brazil. Churrasco traces its roots to gauchos, South American cattle herders, who grilled meat over open fires while traveling long distances on horseback. Denmark. Smørrebrød traditionally started as a way for farm workers to use up leftover bread and toppings for a quick, practical lunch.